Good morning. My name is Kyron Walker.
I'm Tiana Barnett.
Thank you. And today we'll be talking about Khan Academy. Khan Academy is pretty much a website slash app that you can use on any mobile device, and it allows you. It's an instructional, educational. It can be used for teachers. It can be used for parents. And it also can be used mainly for students. Pretty much the concept of Khan Academy is to teach students how to do certain concepts. It has a wide variety of concepts from different grade levels. So it has kindergarten all the way up to college. You can also use it for teachers. Actually, it can help you be a second, opposed to being the main person on stage, kind of doing the talking. You can use it as a resource to help as a teacher. So opposed to you doing the talking, you can let Khan Academy do the talking. And it pretty much has a visual of step-by-step process of how to do any kind of subject, any kind of material that you would like to do. So, as I stated earlier, it can be used for an instructor, to help an instructor. Of course, educational purposes. For students, it can be used for students when they're trying to learn material, they're having a tough time grasping a certain concept. They would use Khan Academy to kind of help reinforce or teach that concept because it goes by step. One interesting thing about Khan Academy is if you're a student and you're using it, it has rewards and badges. So, similar to an app we heard earlier, it can pretty much progress like your academic, engagement. So when you do well, when you get questions right, you get points, and they do it verbally. So it's also everything they do on the website is visual as well as verbal, and it helps you in that matter kind of get the flow of things. So for parents, it can be used for helping students when you're at home. So sometimes when you get older and you're a parent, you're trying to help your student. You're like, I did this back when I was in middle school. I don't really remember this. You can use this as a parent to kind of help you refresh your memory, and it can help you help your students. For college students or incoming college students, it helps with SAT prep, coursework, and stuff like that. How to apply for college, how to find student grants, loans, any whatever, what have you. So it's very useful in just about every academic form. So some pros of Khan Academy: wide variety of subjects. You can pretty much find anything you probably need as far as academic wise on Khan Academy. It's free, easy access. It allows you to work at your own pace. As I said, it kind of tracks your progress, and it gives you badges as you move along. Along with that comes the positive feedback. So some cons about Khan Academy is, of course, if you don't have internet access, you don't have technology at home, you can't really access Khan Academy. So that becomes difficult for you. Another thing is Khan Academy, which is one of the biggest criticisms of Khan Academy, is it only uses one teaching style. So even though it's visual and it suits people who like to see stuff, even though it's auditory and you can hear everything step by step as it's going through it, it's only teaching you how to do whatever you're trying to learn in one fashion. So we'll touch on it later, but it kind of takes out that creative, inventive strategy aspect of children. So you kind of lose your creative side of being able to manipulate and solve problems by using your own creative thinking. Another thing is it's kind of hard to collaborate with it because it is kind of you just sitting there and they're just teaching you. So it's more so if you listening, you're not really going back and forth with the computer. I mean, they have parts of it where like you can do work yourself, but it's not a call and response kind of app. So that's one big con on it. It also assumes that you have prior knowledge. So what I mean by that is if you're struggling with a certain subject and a certain matter in that subject and you click that you need help on it, let's say you had no prior knowledge on how to even do that or what the necessary materials was to do that. So the issue with that is, when you're doing a certain project and you don't have the necessary materials, then you can't really learn what you don't already know.
Next is the do no harm in the 4 C's. So the reason we said that it did not pass the do no harm is because it requires internet access and device. If you don't have a computer, a tablet, or a phone, you can't use Khan Academy. As far as the do no harm, it does pass the hearing impaired test, as it allows you to hear the videos. It also has subtitles for those who need to read the words. And Khan Academy is available in different languages. On the bottom, it has a translator, so we actually translate to Spanish and to French, and we're lost, of course, but it also has those options for those who are fluent in other languages. The creativity aspect, as Kyron stated, it does not allow you to use your innovative strategies. So we know for math and Common Core, there are various ways to solve one problem, but you're only allowed to use one way to get the correct answer. Again, with collaboration, it's only focused on the individual student. Communication, the teacher can actually upload lessons for students to refer to for homework if they need extra help. And critical thinking, it has tests to evaluate your knowledge. And this is Khan Academy. And at the bottom, you see it has the math, science, engineering, computing, hour of code, and down here you could translate it. I forgot where it was. Oh, right here. You can translate it. It has a huge drop down and stuff. It also has test prep for if you're trying to be a registered nurse, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And that is Khan Academy.
Thank you.